Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we will talk about immunoglobulins and its types. Immunoglobulins are actually glycoproteins. They are made up of glucose plus proteins. They are mainly composed of proteins. They are actually globular proteins. There are four chains of immunoglobulins, two heavy chains and two light chains. And there is an antigen binding site which is present on both light and heavy chains, where an antigen can bind with these immunoglobulins. Light and heavy chains are bind with disulfide bond. As we can see, immunoglobulins has four chains, two heavy chains and two light chains. Heavy chains further consist of five types: alpha, gamma, delta, eta, and micro. On the basis of these heavy chain types, immunoglobulins are further consist of five major types: IgM, IgD, IgA, IgG, and IgE. And IgM concentration in serum is 5%. It is only 5% concentration of IgM is present in serum. It occurs as monomer or as a pentamer. As we can see in the diagram, monomer and pentamer. These two forms are for IgM. And it is the first antibody produced in primary response. IgM is a part of membrane receptor of a naive B lymphocytes, BCR. It means a resting B cell, and it is found in serum in the concentration of 5% and is secreted as a primary response to any antigen. It is the first antibody produced by the fetus, and it is the main complement activator immunoglobulin. Second one type is IgD. IgD antibody occur as 0.3% as a serum concentration, and it occurs as a monomer. And its main functions are: IgD, a membrane-bound immunoglobulins found on the surface of mature B cells. It performs no biological effector function known. Its function is not known until. Third one is IgA antibody. IgA antibody presents 7 to 15% concentration in serum, and it occurs as a monomer or as a dimer. And its main function are: it is a predominant antibody class in secretions such as saliva, tears, breast milk, and mucosa. It is predominant antibody which is found in these type of secretions, and it is the first line of defense against infection by the microorganisms. It is found in gastrointestinal, respiratory, and urinogenital tract mucosa. And its main function is it prevents the colonization of the pathogens. Next one type of immunoglobulin is IgG. IgG is present at 85% concentration in serum. It is the most dominant form of immunoglobulin which is found in serum, and it occurs as a monomer. It's four isotypes present: IgG1, IgG2, IgG3, and IgG4. These are the four isotopes of IgG immunoglobulins. And it is the only antibody which crosses the placenta, and it involves in opsonization also. Next one is antibody is IgE antibody. It is present as 0.02% concentration in serum, and it is present as a monomer, and it involves in allergic reactions, mainly allergic reactions, hypersensitive reactions, anaphylaxis. When an allergen enters in our body through the process of class switching, IgE antibody is produced by the B cell, and it provides defense against parasitic infection, and it is found mainly on tissues. IgE antibody interacts with basophils and mast cells to cause histamine release, histamine production, and this histamine has main action on smooth muscles and uh, blood vessels. It can cause vasodilation and smooth muscle contraction and involves in hypersensitive reactions. So these are the main five types of immunoglobulins. So this is all about immunoglobulins and its types. Immunoglobulins are glycoproteins and consist of two heavy chains and two light chains. On the basis of constant regions, there are five main types of immunoglobulins: IgM, IgD, IgA, IgG, and IgE. IgM occurs as a pentamer, so it provides 5 antigen binding sites to bind with the antigen. So it is the first antibody which is produced as a primary response. So when an antigen enters in our body, the first antibody which is produced against these type of antigens is IgM. And complement activation antibody is mainly IgM and then IgA. Immunoglobulin which cross placenta is IgG, and immunoglobulin type which is involved in allergic reaction is IgE. So these are the main types of immunoglobulins and their functions in our body.